how do you actually create buzz? You know, this is the holy grail. How is it that some incredibly prosaic things get buzz and other things don't? How is it that Keyboard Cat gets to play off every fool on the internet? I mean, how does that happen? I'm very interested in the mechanics of that. Not so much for replication, but just for understanding, because I think that there are a lot of messages out there that get lost in the noise that, were they to just get a flavour of the buzz, would improve enormously. And I think humour is actually one of the keys.
I think you have to understand that social media, if you're doing something in that sphere, is very labour intensive. You need to love and nurture in order to build something really organic and real and not fake. And a lot of people have thrown a lot of money at social media and got nowhere. And I think it's got to be authentic, it's got to be real, and you've got to put the time in. There's no shortcuts, unfortunately.
I was just going to say that there's no shortcuts. You can't just buy someone in to sort of like give you 1,000 followers or whatever.
I'm afraid not. And then once you've started growing your audience, it is very important to listen to what their advice is, because after all, it's probably their site and you want to create what they want. So I think you need to have very short-term plans, really, no longer than 6 months. You can't sort of set a 5-year vision out and follow it step by step. You need to be flexible and listen to the audience.
You've actually got to interact and know the people. You've got to be able to speak with them. You've got to be able to answer their questions. That's a lot of work. You may need help. If you've got an organisation, it's fantastic. You can have a lot of people authentically answering. That's great. If you do that, then you have the power of a network. If you don't do that, then you have no idea who's listening.
You've been engaged with social media for quite some time, and it's really helped you to get on the map, even though there were organisations there that were there before you. How did you go about that, and sort of what was the key factors for your success, in your opinion?
Well, the first time we got involved was way back when, it must have been 2007, I think, at the launch of YouTube, and we're taking a few issues with some of the user-generated content that YouTube were putting up, and we decided to engage with the mighty Google, and we thought, wow, that's probably they're not going to come back to us and talk to us, but actually they did talk to us, and out of our chats with Google all that time ago, we forged quite an interesting relationship with them. We started to get involved with YouTube ourselves, and our first kind of foray really into social was getting our YouTube channel off the ground.
Is that kind of where people find you first? We sort of, young people, we search on Google, young people search on YouTube, don't they?
Yeah, it's amazing how many people just watch YouTube. User-generated content is the most interesting development on the web for a long time, without a doubt, because it's like MTV. People don't want to watch prescribed videos. They want to watch what they want to watch when they want to watch it. So of course they go on YouTube.
Any top tips on what you like for videos and what's effective?
Include some humour, even a laugh. Include something counterintuitive if you can. People love an aha moment. And tag your videos well. And if you're into video, get backlinks. Get people to link to your videos authentically. Go and show your friends and say, hey, if you really like this, do a little blog on it for me, will you? And get them to do so. Because the more your video is linked and connected, the better it is.
If you watch video online, what's the sort of key thing to get right if you're an organisation and you are going to try and make a video?
Well, I think it's going to be engaging and not too long, and capture some kind of thing that catches the audience's imagination. So the trouble is, I think it's no good just sort of putting a slick TV thing online. I think it's got to be something that is catchy.
Yeah, kind of a bit authentic and...
Yeah, real, like everything.
What's your top 3 tips, sort of on the big picture side about using social media?
I would say the first thing is listen. Listen to what's going on. Watch what's going on. Listen to it. See how people talk online and converse online. And Bill was right earlier on. He was talking about the power of a really well-crafted tweet. Yes, it's great to make well-crafted tweets, but you've got to make sure somebody's listening to you. You've got to build a strategy, basically. You've got to build a careful strategy. You've got to reach out to lots of different stakeholders. You've got to get all your existing stakeholders bought into what you're doing, and you've got to get them involved in talking about your organisation and what you're doing.
Twitter is about finding the person that you didn't know you need to know. Twitter is more serendipitous, so there's more likelihood, if you're paying attention, of finding the person you really needed on Twitter. Facebook is all about managing what you have already better, in my view. And so you need both strategies. But to actually get anywhere on Twitter, you need a lot of followers in comparison to on Facebook, because they have different purposes.
do not underestimate the power of traditional comms. Traditional comms in conjunction with online PR, online comms, it's like, you know, both guns blazing. You need both guns blazing. There is a place when social media is great and will do its thing, but traditional comms cannot be underestimated.